From the European survey results into strategizing with the business fully surrounded by social and environmental principles, I now call on stage Rudiger Röhrig. He is based in Munich and is the managing partner of Sustainable Growth Associates, an entity representing the NGO The Natural Step in Germany.
Luckily, we can build on some of the ground that Edwin already covered, and you learned about how many countries, but also organizations are already in the process of hitting the wall or already hit them. And what you want to have is you want to have an understanding, what does that equilibrium look like? What does sustainability truly mean? Because let's say you have a definition for that, you could start moving strategically in that direction. And on an ecological level, there are various approaches out there. The two major ones are dematerialization and substitution, all the additional stuff that you probably know, waste elimination, circularity, virtualization, localization, they all fit together. And if anyone is out here looking for innovation, you will find a lot of innovation potential in this area. So if you do have a definition of what social ecological sustainability truly means, then based on that definition, you can develop your vision of an organization. And based on that, you can find your direction, which is built on that shared understanding. I can only cover that part very quickly. All the symptoms that you see out there, talking about climate change, ocean acidification, species extinction, etc., these are all symptoms. But they have three root causes, and they changed around into principles, mean we are sustainable in an ecological sense when we no longer systematically contribute to taking material from the earth crust and introducing that into the biosphere. But this is not enough. It's also that we no longer systematically introduce materials into the biosphere that the biosphere cannot process. That again is not all, but we also want to stop systematically preventing nature from running in cycle. This is required for us to continue to exist as a species. But even within our society, we would like to make sure that we not, whatever our power system may be, systematically build up barriers with respect to physical, mental, and emotional health, with respect to influence in the decision-making process, with respect to building up competence, treating everyone impartial. And last but not least, we are a meaning-seeking species. If we don't find meaning, societies fall apart. And whenever societies fall apart on a limited planet, then that's bad for business. So taking that into the consideration, we coined a term which we call future fitness. And we say that is a condition of a company when the interaction of, well, people, we all get together, leaders of operations and long-term strategy, if that all plays together in such a way that we have sustainable success without systematically violating the sustainability principles of the surrounding system, society and environment on which we depend on, and preferably contributing to the future regeneration and thriving of these systems. And lucky us that our friend at Future Fit Foundation have developed that further and translated that into Future Fit Business Benchmark. We came up with a process how to manage that transformation process, which we call advice. And the first one I skipped. The next one is then diagnose your organization. So it's not just about to what extent are you violating the sustainability principles today, but what does also mean that these disruptive times that we're living in, what do they mean for your organization? What technologies to go for? Now, based on that, you also want then to visualize your future. We already addressed that. And then based on that, what you want to do is a backcasting from sustainability principles, a backcasting from understanding what future fitness truly means and start to innovate. Well, you will come up with tons of ideas. So you have to start to strategize. You want to ask yourself, what are the options that we have here? What's the pathway that we would like to take? And then you start to engage your transformation and move forward and learn along the way. And you will have to collaborate with many others. To put that all together is 7 recommendations. Commit to a shared definition of sustainability, provide direction, enhance education, select a strategic sustainability framework and develop a roadmap, develop your business case, unfold a leadership, innovation culture, and lastly, catalyze alignment and collaboration by ongoing stakeholder engagement.